Thank you all for coming here today. First and foremost, thank you Dilraju Garu. I mean, for readily accepting, to be bringing this film to the wonderful audience in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. We actually called him very late. We were setting up the project, we were sort of putting it together, and very late we called him, and I called him one day and I said, sir, my film. He said, yeah, it's done. So thank you for the confidence, and thank you for... why I'm saying thank you is because it takes people like Dilraju Garu to really understand that this film is not just another film from our industry. This is a project where the entire Malayalam film industry is aspiring to really push our boundaries. We have not tried something like this before, so we really hope that this is the beginning of a lot of things for us. And one very important thing that I would really like to tell you is, usually when you ask a director, so which version of your film should we see? The director usually says, try and catch the original version with subtitles. That is the most honest version. But for this particular film, I'm going to be confident enough to tell you, for my Telugu-speaking friends, please watch the Telugu version. Because we've really made an effort, we've really put in an effort to try and make the Telugu version as honest as possible, as authentic as possible. Both versions Dilraju Garu will release in Hyderabad and Telangana and all over Andhra Pradesh. But if you're a Telugu-speaking film lover, I would love for you to go and watch the Telugu version of this film. This is, of course, the second part of Lucifer. When we did Lucifer in 2019, we did not have an all-India release and all that. We only released the Malayalam version first, and it was not like a pan-Indian release and all that. Lucifer then went on to garner a lot of love and adoration from film lovers after it premiered on a streaming service. So it is your love, your acceptance for Lucifer that made this project possible. But today, as we are at the fag end of the promotional campaign and going to release a film, one thing I'm really happy about is we have now managed, for the second part of the franchise, to properly give it a release all over the country and all over the world. And the acceptance and the anticipation and the excitement ever since the ticket booking has opened is actually caught all of us by surprise. I mean, we were confident and we were expecting, people were excited, and then the ticket bookings would be good. But this is truly beyond all our imagination. So thank you so much. And I really, really hope and pray on the 27th of March, you will go to the theaters with your family and your friends, and you will really enjoy what you're seeing. And only if this becomes a big, big hit, can I make part 3, like Dilraju Garu said. A lot of love to Telugu cinema and audience. I'm not saying this because I'm in Hyderabad, okay? I mean, I really, I've only done what, I've done a Telugu film, a Tamil-Telugu bilingual like 10-15 years back. Then after that, I've had the opportunity to be a part of multiple Telugu films, just did not happen, and finally Salar happened. Yeah? Salar happened, and regarding this boy here, Kartikeya, late one night at 1 a.m., Prashant sends me a message saying, are you asleep? I said, no. Then he said, I'm going to send you something. So then he sends me a shot that he is shot on his mobile phone from the monitor. So it's a shot of Kartikeya, young Varadaraja Mannar. Removing his kada and throwing it where he is offering his kingdom for Deva. Yeah. So Prashant sent me that shot. I immediately called him back and said, do whatever you want with him soon, because I'm taking him. So that's how I cast him in this film. And he's a wonderful, wonderful young actor. I'd be really disappointed if he does not go on to become a big star here. So I'm counting on you to do that. And all of us across the country, especially in Kerala, we are very envious of the audience here because of the kind of love and excitement you have for cinema. When we talk of film industries in India right now, the fact of the matter is Telugu cinema is essentially a regional film industry, but today it could be India's biggest industry, and that is because of the audience here. Producers like Dilraju Garu can today think of 500-600 crore films because of you guys. And I really hope Empuraan is the beginning of such a journey for Malayalam cinema. And I really hope that, we find love from all across the country. And hopefully, we will soon, like Dilraju sir said, Salar? Salar too, yeah, of course. Hopefully, we'll all be eventually celebrating Indian cinema together. So, thank you. Yeah. So, firstly, sir, first and foremost, we have never announced the budget of this film.
Of course.
Yeah, we have never said anywhere that this film has cost this much money, right? So, my take about the whole budget scenario is, when you see this film, what you think is the budget of the film. And I'm going to put a challenge out there. Your guess will be more than the actual budget. And that is Malayalam cinema.
You have properly understood the question,
Yeah.
and you have properly answered it. I must appreciate.
No, as an extension to my answer, I have to tell you that I am a firm believer that budget is not decided by the director or the producer. The budget is
content decides it.
Budget is purely decided by the written word. So when you finish writing a script, you understand that this might entail this kind of money to be made. You have two decisions to make at that point. Either you drop it, you decide this is not going to be possible, so we are not going to make this. But if you select that script and decide to make it, then you have to go all out and do it justice. So I have to tell you that Mohanlal sir and I, the moment we finished the first narration of the script, both of us were very aware that something like this is unheard of in Malayalam in terms of the scale, the canvas and everything.
That's what it is.
And I was half expecting sir to tell me, son, you have dreamt too big this time, so let us think of something else. But it is only because of his confidence. He is the one who told me, whatever you want, let's do this. It's only because of his confidence this film became possible. And every single penny that could be spent on making the film has been spent on making the film. Mohanlal sir and myself, we have not taken a single rupee from this film.
Fantastic. This is the width of comprehension you could draw from my question. You have answered it for almost for 3 minutes.
Like my trailer, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And another important question.
One more.
Yes, one more.
Okay.
One more. See, you have made Lucifer.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic run in all the languages. Even that was witnessed by Telugu people also in Malayalam version.
Yeah.
People loved it and liked it
Thank you so
much.
Thank you so
Of course, all kudos to him.
Absolutely.
And now it is coming on a franchise model on the second part 2.
Yeah.
Was there any challenge for you as a director of the film to fabricate the second part, the line of the story, and evaluating his character, which was most loved by all the languages in the country?
Yeah.
Was there any challenge for you in the second part?
So I have to tell you that the second part of this franchise is not a sequel that was born out of the success of the first part. This was always envisioned as a 3-film franchise. We always had 3 films in mind to complete the story arc of this franchise. But the thing is, back in 2016, when my writer and myself first started conceiving the project, words like universe, franchise, part 1, part 2 and all were not very popular. When did Bahubali 1 release? 2006, correct. So even before Bahubali 1 released, we had started thinking of this film. So back then if I had gone and told my producer, this is actually a universe with 3 films, because I'm mad, So because it was not very usual. We knew that if the part 1 did not work, there was no point in us saying, actually, we have a part 2 and part 3. Nobody will want to make it, right? So we actually divulged information on this being a franchise only on the day we were celebrating the success of part 1.
Fantastic.
That is when we said, we actually have a part 2 and part 3. Having said that, part 1 was finished at a point where if a part 2 and part 3 does not happen, it is still okay. You show a film, you tell a complete story, and then you finally finish off the film saying, the character you saw all this while has another identity, and the film finishes there.
Yes.
With part 2, we have taken a big risk. I'll tell you what.
Yes, correct.
Because at the end of part 2, we finished this film at a point where now we have to do part 3. Yeah. Because
Raj told that we have the habit of accepting films from all over the state. Please try and watch my film.
Madam, I distributed Salar in Kerala. Prithviraj Productions distributed KGF 2 in Kerala.